We all know what happened to Peter Parker after he got a radioactive spider bite. But what would really happen to you if you, a real human, were bitten by a radioactive spider? How would it affect your health? Would you actually turn into a superhero or half man, half spider like in the comics? What is likely to really happen? Let's get nerdy, according to science. The origin of Spider-Man starts all the way back in 1962. The scientists in the Spider-Man origin turn on their machine, but at the exact same time, an unfortunate spider dangles down from the ceiling and absorbs a certain amount of radiation. The spider then makes its way to Peter Parker, who immediately gains superpowers. But what would happen to you if you were in this same situation? First, it must be said that most spiders do not want to bite us. Human beings have a bit of blaming spiders for any unexplained rash or bump. We blamed them for it. But from spider statistics and behaviors, we can say definitively, it is almost never a spider bite. The statistic shows that only one person in the last 40 years died from a spider bite. In comparison, the number of dog bite cases in the US alone is as high as 45 million cases. Suddenly, spider bites don't seem so bad. This is not to say spiders don't bite people. They do. I just want to point out that spider bites are not common and dangerous as we assume they are. The fact is that most spiders on Earth don't have venom that is dangerous to us, and most spiders on Earth don't have fangs that can deliver venom to our bodies. Out of all the 40,000 species of spiders on Earth, only 12 species can bite and deliver dangerous venom to us. Spider-Man's comic origins are correct in one way. Spiders only bite us in extreme situations. So let's just say that against all odds, a radioactive spider does bite you. What happens next? Studies show that insects and spiders can handle a lot more radiation than humans before dying, approximately 10 to 500 times more than we can handle. However, it's not exposure to the spider itself that changes Peter Parker. It is exposure to the spider's venom. So, the maximum dose of radiation Peter could receive depends on how much venom a spider can inject into Peter. The average black widow bite, for example, delivers only 0.02 of a single milligram of venom into its victim, equivalent to a few sand grains of mass. Because the amount of venom is so small, it has to be really radioactive, like plutonium. Or else nothing is going to happen. Spider venom is roughly 20 micrograms. Once the radioactive venom runs through your bloodstream, it will emit alpha particles which smash into cellular structures inside of your cells and punch holes in your DNA. If the venom stayed in your bloodstream after a week, your body would absorb as much radioactivity as you would naturally get in 20 years. After a month, your blood cell count will drop drastically because of radiation sickness. The reality is if a truly radioactive spider bit you, it either would not be radioactive enough to do anything to your body, or it would be so radioactive that just a tiny amount of its venom would start taking a bone saw to your genetic materials, and broken DNA does not give you superpowers. It gives you cancer. In the case that venom is super radioactive, you would feel nauseous and confused, and you lose all your hair. You will die definitely in a week. So, if you do meet a real-life radioactive spider, it probably is best to stay away from it. Thank you for watching. If you liked this episode, give us a like. If not, give a dislike. We have another recently released episode which teach you to survive T-Rex attack. Check it out.